everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm transforming Deformation Space Scarlet Wings, or Starscream. I've been told this is a horrible transformation, and it wasn't easy, it wasn't fun, it was strange, but it is doable, and it's quite ingenious, so bear with me. First of all, we're going to get rid of these. And that's very gimmicky. I will show you how to transform one of them, and then the other one off camera. You loosen these little holders, like that. Fold this up, rotate this about, fold that down, and clasp that back together, and push this in. There you have your rocket launcher. Okay, let's start with the hands. And the hands have to be very correctly positioned, otherwise this won't work. So try to get them in like that. Now we're going to lean his head back, and we need a tool for this, or at least I do, because we're gonna get these. Let's just get his arms out of the way. We're gonna get those out. Like that, and you can rotate them back so they are on his, well, back. Like so. Now we're going to open this up. Use a tool, if you, like me, are a tool. Fold them out, fold these little flappy flaps in, so you have those up, and away. And now you have this backpack to actually play with. You are going to rotate the body up and out. And the head is going in here. So try to get it in there without scraping anything off. Turn these out. Both sides, of course. Tab them together. Now, this is difficult. You have to scooch this forward as far as you can. We're going to rotate this. For ease of use, just fold these in on each other, so you can rotate the cockpit 360, and then fold them out again as far as you can, because we are going to get this down on that little piece. So let's try opening these up and folding this down, maybe. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, it did. Good. So now we are going to angle these down, and we can clasp them around here. I just tore this little piece off. I'll just put that back later on. When you have everything correctly, you have, well, I have a loose tab, but you tab those into the back. So you scooch this back and in. You can have that open if you want to, but this is how you want the cockpit section looking. Yikes. Before we continue, we need to unclasp the butt here, and it's gonna go together and in between the legs, like that. And now we're going to get a Grr plane. Grr! Or something like that. Bum, 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 bum. So you needed to fold his little ab crunch here, so he's actually standing like that, because we need all the space we can muster. Rotate that to the middle, fold it out, and try to leave it there, but you won't be able to, because we're going to try to hinge stuff over at the same time, several things. So this is pulled back. At the same time, you're supposed to... Oh, this is why I hate. Okay, let's do it this way. First, fold this out, and then fold that down so it's ready to receive. Okay. We're going to do this the hard way. I thought I could show you an easier way, but I'm not able to. So when you have got this as you want it, you have to fold this arm down and rotate it on this hinge here, like that. When you have it like that, you fold this over and forward. Be mindful of this little filler piece down here because that can really break. So please don't break it. Do the same thing on the other side. Be mindful again with the filler piece there. Now we're going to rotate this back. At the same time, we're rotating this forward. So we're going to do it like that. And now we're... At the same time, we have to rotate these forward. So do that if you are able. Now comes the really tricky part. You have to push these down so they go to the side, because these are going to go into those little holes there. So, yeah. Open that up. Now scooch this forward. And just get everything in there and just angle them upwards when you are able to. Now we can just press down on this because it's going to be there forever. Like that. Push these in so you are fairly ready to go. This is going out to the sides. Pull the crotch plate out and hinge it down. You have a tab there and a port there, which we are going to utilize. You can do this later on if you want to do the legs first. It could be, well, it's up to you. But it really doesn't it doesn't matter, actually. Okay. Now we're going to just, I say just, utilize that little butterfly joint in the arms. God, this is... You have to press this down, and it is such a nuisance. Like that. So now we are ready for the legs. So the legs are tabbed in several places, and we need to do everything in a specific order, like the rest of him. This little tab is going to be lift up from the outside and scooched inwards. So you get that piece like that. Fold this out and turn it around. Well, you should turn it around. Okay, pull. You can see there's a slider here. You have to pull that out like so. Now we can actually put that in there, but we're going to put it there temporarily because we need to work on the feet. Okay, rotate the feet so you actually have, first you tilt them, then you rotate them all the way around almost, because this is the only place where you can actually detach the feet and separate them. Yeah, so you have that going, and you have, as you can see, the former foot holding peg is now going into another peg there. And yeah, okay. Fold this out. Fold this out. And fold this out. And we're going to rotate everything like that, because this is going to be the upper part of the side here. Well, except for this, because this is going to go down here. Yeah. We can fold these out straight, but they are going to go haywire while we're transforming. So I don't know if it's really necessary to do that right now. You can rotate these if you want to. And now we're going to scooch that forward, but we need to do the other leg first. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to be right back. Now we're going to fold everything in, and these arms are going to go into the legs, hopefully. Now we're going to try to scooch this forward, so that is in there. And now we can should be able to close these up, but we're not able to because we haven't pushed everything down yet. So I'll leave them for now. Align the groin piece there before you do anything else, because that is important. No, it's still not aligned. You have to fold these little things out as well. I always forget about them. They are easily missed, I think. Okay. Now we're going to do that again. Now I'm going to compress everything. See to it that the ab crunch isn't extended in any way. Push everything together as much as you possibly can. And when these two actually are closable, like that, then we are getting somewhere. If you look at, you can see you have to push everything down like that. Now we come to the sides, we press them in, there are tabs, and it's easier if you do it on both sides at the same time. And if you have difficulty getting something in, it's because you haven't pushed somewhere, and yeah. And I forgot to rotate that. Now we're getting somewhere. Now is the time to push these in. No. Okay, we get these wings angled back and hinged onto the piece there. Hinged on that piece, fold these up, and now it is time to get these down if you are able to. Now, the pieces that actually hold the arms are very soft plastic, which means they are sometimes in the way. Just push them in the correct position like that, and just push them in. I say just, but that is the way you're supposed to do it. Like that, and tab everything in and get it just lined. Push those pieces in, and you can of course open up these little, why don't they open? These little landing gears. If you have the nails for it. I don't want to use a metal tool here because, well, and then you can of course fold this landing gear down as well. And here, after much fuss and ado, you have Scarlet Wings in alt mode. Now we're going to transform this beauty into bot mode. We're at least going to try. Start by lifting up the wings and hinging them forwards. Remove this one, and this is just glued on, so I will just glue them back on later on. Get this out of the way. Fold these back like so. Up and out. Squeaky, squeaky. Back and down. Get these out because we need to separate the legs and the torso, and open these up so they don't really get well, scraped in any way. Fold these up and hinge this up and out. Yeah, it looks like it just exploded, and probably did in some way. Rotate this down. Fold this in, get this folded like that, and that is on the outside. And this needs to be felt up. I don't know if I showed you that in my transformational video 2 airplane mode. I don't know. Okay. Rotate this about. Get it out. Rotate it like that. But keep it out for now. Separate the legs. Get the foot. Fold it down and fold it in so you can actually there. So you can actually tab it into itself. Oh, is it there? There. Yes, there. You have to turn it all the way upside down. Okay. Like that. Fold this in. Fold this little piece up. Lift this in. And just leave it there. This is going to tab in there and around this piece. So it's going to hold everything into place. And this tab is going into that side as well. So it's on the back of the side, so it's holding that in, so it doesn't move. Fold the heel back. See to it that this little wing is in front of that tab. Fold this in, and that is one leg done. You can fold the groin section up now if you want to. Don't forget to push this wheel in, because we need to have it in there. And now we're going to do the impossible. We're going to, again, rotate this back and forth. But before we do that, we have to untab the hinge here, so we can actually lift the red hinge up and away, like that. So we have this, well, 3 layers, basically. I'm going to fold you up so you can see here. You have 1 layer here, and this layer up here. That is how you want things looking. Now, this piece is supposed to be folded like that. And then we start with that triple folding action. Yeah. Triple folding. And let's see if I can do that better this time. Yes, I could. Yes, I could. Very good. You can actually fold them to the sides like that. I didn't do that before, and that was on me. I push these back now because, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go to the really difficult thing here. We're gonna get this up and out, and let's just do it. Oh, we can't, because it's. You can't fold that out because then you'll break that. That's my bad. I did that and on an earlier transformation. But you have to get this up, and you have 2 pegs back there and 2 pegs on the other side. So you need to get some room. And now I got some room. And now we just need to separate. Let's close that up. We need to separate this piece down here. Why is it going anywhere? Oh, I was in the wrong place. So it looks like that. Then we can just push. I say just, but yeah. Fold these out and try to get this down as far as you can. It is a bit difficult, but you want to lift it up like that. Now we're going to close that up. We're going to put this in here. We're going to rotate these. Rotate these. Separate those. And actually just push the I always forget this step. You have to rotate this, which is a bother. Like that. You push that down so it sits on top of that ab crunch. And you fold that in. And these little side pieces need to hug the central pillar there. So, yep. Now, this is obnoxious because this is going to have to be in the wings like that. So we need to get that in place now before we do anything else, or we will not get anything into place. Okay, start by getting this side down. That side as well. So we have that all done, and then we just tab the chest together. I mean, we're not done, but still. And of course I forgot something. We need to rotate the arms. So fold them in and rotate them about. Like that. You want them looking like that. And this is just going to be scooched down as far as you can. And I'm going to do the other wing off camera and be right back. Come to the little butt flap. You fold that up, separate that, and just tab that in. And now he has a butt again. Now fold these over and fold them over straight so they actually go around these, and you have to push these red things back so they are behind this. We'll just put the neck up and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Put these two together and push them downwards and hinge the red pieces to the correct position so you are happy with their, well, position, maybe, I don't know. These little fillet pieces needs to be just out and down, or else they will just break, or I don't know. Mine are fine, so I don't really know. Fold out the hands like that, and transform the null rays. Rotate this about, fold that down, tab that in, pull this out, and squeak this in. Like that. And there you have him in bot mode. But I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.